Good morning. Happy Friday, Mike. Mike. Good morning. My first guest is already here. We have a packed show today, y'all. Packed show. So I'm going to shut this down so we can go ahead and get started. Good morning. Good morning, Winnie Love. Good morning, my darling. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Mornings with Marvel, where authenticity lives and thrives to create a space of growth, healing. I am your host, Andrea Lawful Sanders, and each day we will cover the topics that are informative and engaging while learning from each other. Our first guest is already here. I am so excited. Hi, Rebecca. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're breaking up a little bit for me, Rebecca. Let me see. Go ahead, talk to me. Let me see if I can
Can you hear me now?
Yes, much.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is live television, so sometimes things do what it does.
Just roll with it.
And yeah, we're flowing with it. But I really wanted to talk to you after getting an email. I think people would be really interested in this. Let me introduce you. Good morning to all of you. It is 6:32 a.m. It's very humid right now. It's been raining for the last few days. Hopefully your basements are dry and you are doing fine. But we've got to get started because we have a full show today. Rebecca Fabiano is a nonprofit executive, strategist, and nationally recognized leader in youth development and workforce innovation. As the founder and executive director of Fab Youth Philly, she has led the organization's growth into an award-winning nonprofit that has created more than 600 paid employment opportunities for Philadelphia teens while building partnerships among government, philanthropy, businesses, and community organizations. So they're doing a red carpet rollout on Monday. Now, you all know how I feel about young people. If I were not in another state on Monday, I would be front and center with my entire team, cameras in hand. But I really wanted to give you an opportunity to share with people. On Monday, July 13th, Fab Youth Philly will be having a red carpet rollout send-off, which celebrates youth entering the workforce as play captains, paid teen leaders who facilitates games, sports, arts and crafts, and other activities for children at neighborhoods, play streets, and community spaces. Rebecca is joining us this morning to talk about what Fab Youth Philly is and what the red carpet rollout will consist of on July 13th. Oh, my goodness. Rebecca.
Thank you for that beautiful introduction. I'm so honored to be here and was eager to get up early this morning to join you.
and my people are saying good morning. Good
morning.
Rebecca.
Good
morning.
Welcome. That's so lovely.
Yeah, this space is wonderful. You're going to find yourself really enjoying it here. What is Fab Youth Philly? Tell people how long you've been around, because we talk a lot about young people on this platform.
You have.
Talk to us a little bit about what's Fab Youth Philly, what's happening on Monday, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, well, again, I'm delighted to be here. And I appreciate the way you focus on young people and lift up young people and their experiences here in Philly. So, Fab Youth Philly, we are a youth workforce development organization. Our mission is to build bridges to adulthood through meaningful employment, strong community connections, and opportunities for young people to explore their passion. So, what does that really mean? That means we provide paid employment and paid training for more than 200 teens a year. That could look like our aquatics programming, where we train young people as lifeguards so that Parks and Rec can open all their public pools. So for the last 4 years, Parks and Rec has been able to open all their public pools because of our cross sector collaborative partnership. We've trained 94 young people as lifeguards in the last 4 years. And so they start at 16 to $18 an hour working at Parks and Rec and opening all of our public pools. We have a youth advisory board. We have Red Cross babysitting certification. We have a driver's education training program, our Little Library Stewards program. And then today we're really going to talk about our Play Captain initiative, which we're celebrating 10 summers of play, youth leadership, learning, and joy. Again, utilizing a cross sector collaborative approach, we partner with Parks and Rec to activate a number of their play streets. So some of your guests may be familiar with play streets, especially if you grew up in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
A play street is a block, a neighborhood block that gets closed down during the summer in an effort to address food insecurity, because we know when kids are out of school, food insecurity increases. And so a resident called the street supervisor agrees to close down the block from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and distributes a meal or a snack, or a meal and a snack. And our teens go and they make those play streets playful. And I came across play streets when I moved here in 2007. And I would drive through the neighborhood and not be able to turn down a block during the summer. And I was like, what's happening here? And I later discovered it was the Play Streets program. And so in 2016, I piloted this idea of what would it look like if we identified young people from neighborhoods and blocks near those play streets. We train them as facilitators and leaders. We trained them in the concept of playful learning, and they went out and activated some of those streets. And so we've been on more than 42 streets since 2017. We've hired 200 and, I don't know, 50, 60 young people as play captains. They make $15 an hour. They get 30 hours of pre-employment training, and then they go out and they bring joy to those play streets. For 85% of our teens, this is their first job, which is why the red carpet rollout is so important. So after their week of training, on their first day, visitors, friends, supporters, partners, we literally roll out a red carpet. And I have a video to show you all to inspire you. We stand with our signs and we cheer young people on so that they feel seen and valued on their first day of work. I mean, imagine if you showed up on your first day of work and someone rolled out the red
Yes.
carpet for you.
I can imagine. And this burns my biscuits because when I tell you I love young people, I read. When I tell you I have walked into the lion's mouth for young people, don't care who I offended, because I just want them to do well and to thrive and to grow.
Correct.
You've been doing this since 2017,
Mm-hmm.
right? Please let me know ahead of schedule next year so that
Yes,
I can
ma'am.
be there with my. I mean,
I
seriously,
promise.
this
I
is so
promise.
important to us here. But I have to ask you this before we go any further,
Please.
Rebecca. I ask everyone who works with young people, what is your why? Why young people?
I like them better than I like adults, to be
Me
honest.
too.
To be honest, they keep me young.
Yes.
And I really respect folks who work with the little ones, like the middle schoolers. God bless you all who have the patience to work with the tweens. I don't. I really resonate with the 15 to young adults, the 20 some odd year olds. Um, why? What is my why? I had an adult in my life who, when I was a teenager, I had many adults in my life when I was a teenager who poured into me, and I've sort of grown up as an adult looking at the world through the lens of young people. All of my jobs since college have been supporting young people and working with young people, so I understand the world through the lens of young people. And I know we talk about young people being the future, but they are so important to us right now. We just had a really rich conversation about what does it mean to work in Kensington. And the young people have such nuanced, complex, interesting thoughts and ideas and reactions. And so I love learning from them. They're just my favorite group of people on the planet.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm heartened by your response, because a lot of times people take these positions and it's a position, you know. My question was intentional to see if you really truly love young people. What were they saying to you about Kensington? Because I've worked with some young people who went to
Sure.
school right there in Kensington, and the stories were heartbreaking.
Mhm.
They heard all kinds of things, trying to walk to school, trying to navigate through all the things that were going on. What were some of the solutions, if they had any, for you in your
Mhm.
conversation?
Yeah, those are real stories. We hire young people from the neighborhoods where we work. So whether it's West Philly or Kensington, for the last few summers we've focused exclusively on Kensington. So they live here, they go to school here, and they have very complex reactions, right? In some ways, they've identified this as not being as this being sort of like it is what it is. It's just our
Mhm.
everyday experience, and we have to remind them that this is not normal. The way we treat folks who are unhoused or in substance use addiction, that is not okay. And it is not okay for young people to grow up watching and being around people who are sick in the way that folks in Kensington are sick.
Mhm. Mhm.
They identified leading with compassion, leading with curiosity. They themselves are residents who care about their neighborhood, who've been in this neighborhood for generations. Residents who will bring out bottles of water, who have to walk around folks and they're not sure if they're alive or not. We collaborate with a number of organizations in Kensington, and our teens know that. So they also build their own social capital because we are connecting them with a number of really strong resources. One of our social work interns just updated our Kensington Youth Programs database. So we have a database of over 30 organizations that work with young people in Kensington. So I think there's also an assumption that Kensington is resource poor, and it's not. It is a resource rich community. We have to do a better job of getting those resources out equitably and making sure people know about them. But our young people are our best advocates and assets. And so that's another reason why we want to lift them up and connect them to solutions and include them in solutions when we're thinking about progress, change, innovation.
Oh, this. What will the staff is the send off event on July 13th consist of?
Mm-hmm.
What can people expect upon arrival? And
Sure.
what teams roles as play captain entails? What does that entail? Because I
Yeah.
have to tell you this, Rebecca, as I'm
Yeah.
talking to you, this is the first time I'm hearing about this.
Sure.
Hand
That's
to
okay.
God.
It won't be the last.
Right. Winnie says, I remember the play streets couldn't wait for the summer to come. That would be our camps that our parents couldn't afford to send us. So there are people here
Exactly.
who are very familiar. Tracy says, wow, I remember participating in the summer foods program growing up here in Philly. But this new rendition of it, adding on a play street, is very unique.
It is, and it makes me so proud. So we also collaborated with Temple University for 7 years, and
Mhm,
they created an assessment tool, an evidence-based assessment
mhm,
tool, and they came out and they collected data
mhm,
about the effectiveness of our Play Captain program, and it
mhm,
shows that and they did control groups, so they would go to streets without play captains, with play captains, and so forth,
mhm.
and they found that up to 45 minutes after our teens are there, leading games and activity, other children who remain on the play street are using spatial and numerical language, which is a predictor for strong literacy heading into third grade.
Yes.
We
Yes.
also have evidence that shows when our play captains are present, there's less conflict among children and more positive emotions, which is stronger than even when there are other providers there or nobody there. Every summer, a child on the play street will look up at me and say, Miss Rebecca, how old do I have to be a play captain? Because they see themselves
Oh.
in their teens. And for the last 2 years, we've hired children who were on our play street to be play captains. So now we've had four children who were children on the play street are now play captains. And 2 summers ago, we hired former play captains as adult staff. And so it's also important that we're like building these leaders from a young
Yes.
age by creating these beautiful role models, their own neighbors. So that makes me really proud. So the teens go out, and as this person said, it's like camp. They're doing arts and crafts. They're singing songs. They're playing games. They're making bracelets and bead, necklaces. They're coloring. Each week has a different theme. So get to know you, STEM, superheroes, Olympics, block party, and they design their activities around that.
Wow. So what do
Um,
we so tell me now what we because I've been taking you off the path since we
that's
started
okay. Do you want to talk
talking.
about the
I'm
red
so
carpet?
excited. Yes. That
Yes.
so let's talk about the red carpet now.
Sure. So I'll tell you about the red carpet. If your folks have 2 to 3 minutes, I'll show you a quick video. So on Monday, July 13th from 9:30 to 10:15, we are rolling out the red carpets in 3 different locations in Kensington, and I could get that information to your viewers.
Mhm.
What happens is we literally roll out a red carpet. Our guests, our friends and family, we make signs, or you can make a sign if you want. And literally we line both sides of the red carpet and we just cheer them on and we encourage them. They are, I don't know how our returning play captains don't tell the new ones about this because they keep it a secret every year. And so the teens walk down the street a little shy, and then often they'll walk back. Miss, can I do it again? And then they'll walk back and they'll strut a little bit and they'll bring their friend and they'll walk back. And so there's this thing about adolescence, which is like, pay attention to me, but don't really see me, right? I'm going to be loud on the train, but I'm going to speak in language that you don't understand because you're a grown up. And so the reactions to the teens afterwards where they're like, I felt like a movie star. I felt like someone really cared about me this summer. So if you like, I do have a short video that we can try to show if that would be helpful, or I can link it for you
Yeah,
in the
but
chat.
I don't know if my platform would allow it because we have to upload it. Can you do it from your phone? How are you doing this?
I'm on my computer and I can show it right from YouTube.
Let me see if I can see. Try.
If not,
Let's see.
if not, I'll drop it in the chat.
Yeah, drop it in the chat for me, please, and
Let me drop it in the
I'll upload
chat.
them there. Yeah.
Let me share it and drop it in the chat. And that way folks can watch it and you can share it out later.
Thank you. And I will. I absolutely will. Good morning, Sylvia. The fact that this thing has been around for God knows how many years, how many weeks do they do this over the summer?
So it's a 6-week program, 1 week of training, 5 weeks of employment. Teens make about $2,200 a year. On Fridays, they get paid professional development. So today's our first professional development. They just finished training. We start with yoga and mindfulness. We collaborate with Yoga for Philly. And so before we get our brains active in this like professional learning space, we do about 30 minutes of mindfulness of yoga. Then they get a 45-minute to an hour-long topic on effective communication, how to read your first paycheck, how to create a resume and a LinkedIn profile. So you can find a lot of our teens on LinkedIn, which helps them connect to other jobs. And then they get performance appraisals. So they learn about performance appraisals. The teens have the full experience from application to interview to onboarding. It is a real first job that we have created these employment opportunities for young people that help them go, Mom, I went to my first job interview today and I got the job. What does that feel like in your body? That's what we want young people to remember, that they carry that with them into their future employment.
Wow. Tell me the range of the age groups again.
15 to 19, although we have had some precocious 14-year-olds. 15 to 19.
15 to 19.
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to envision what I am seeing in my mind's eye right now. You're creating an atmosphere for young people to be ready for the workforce, but to also have a level of responsibility for the people around them within their communities. That they understand how to effectively communicate. They understand how to read their first paycheck, how to cash that check, how to all the things, to get a bank account, show them how to do all the things that so many adults, Rebecca, have not been able to do. We make assumptions about these things so often in our lives.
That's right.
It is such a gift. Whoever sent me that email, praise the Lord, because I now want to stay in touch to see exactly what you're doing and how
you got to come check out our youth run thrift store. We have a thrift store for teens that we created last year. So helping young people meet their developmental needs. We know being a teen is expensive, so we created more employment opportunities. It's a fill-a-bag model, so teens can get their clothing for the workplace, for their internships, for prom, quinceañera, graduation, job interviews, summer internships. So there's opportunities to come check us out at our thrift store as well.
And so where's the thrift store located? I'm so excited. You're about to make me cancel my trip for Monday. I can't cancel.
Oh, no.
I cannot.
You'll come back. Listen, the thrift store is at our headquarters in Kensington. So it's at 2025 East Atlantic. We'll reopen again in the fall. We're pausing right now because of what a lift it is to pull off this play captain program.
Yes.
But we'll open it up again in the fall. And we're going to be expanding to an actual storefront in collaboration with NKCDC and Philly Unknown. So we're in the 3rd floor of our headquarters right now, but planning to move to a storefront to Kensington Ave. So we're really excited about that.
This is amazing.
More employment opportunities for young people in the neighborhood.
Yes, and you're hiring them at $15 an hour.
That is correct. That is our starting hourly rate.
How soon do they need to prepare for this play captain
Hmm.
role? I know.
Yeah,
When do
great
they
question.
start applying for it?
Such a good question, because someone just emailed me and said, my son's home from college. He's looking for a job. I said, he's 9 weeks too late. So they start applying in April. The application gets released in April. And then the interview process goes through May and June. And then they start, typically, they start the Monday after July 4th. And then we go 6 weeks into August. And we have a celebration at the end, videos and certificates and all those fun things to really reflect back to them their hard work this summer.
Yeah, this
And this summer is important. It's our 10th summer, so it's a big milestone summer
10
for us.
years. Wow. 10
Miss
summer.
Andrea, tell me how to put this in the chat. I see the chat, but I
Just
can't figure out how to
uh
do it myself.
you know what?
Oh, here we go. I found it. I
Okay,
found it. There
because
we
I
go.
was
There's the YouTube video.
because
And I'm
there
also
you
going to
go.
put
I
in the
got it.
chat the link for anybody who would like to join us on the red carpet. We just
Yes.
asked you to register
Yes.
so we
Mm-hmm.
know where to find you.
Okay.
And if you want to bring signs, great, but we'll also have signs for you. It's such a lovely way to
This is
start your
so
first, like to start a
phenomenal.
Monday
It
morning.
so phenomenal. I love it. I love it. Okay, Rebecca, now that you've got me all peaked and ready to go, one of the things you said was that there are so many programs for our young people,
Correct.
particularly in Kensington, but truly across the city. And
Yes, ma'am.
oftentimes parents don't know how to access or use them as a resource.
Yep.
What's the best way for people to find you aside from this
Mhm.
play captain
Initiative.
program
Yep.
that you have going? Yes.
So always follow us on social media at Fab Youth Philly. I'll type it in the chat at Fab Youth. Let me spell youth correctly. Youth. I haven't had my coffee yet. At Fab Youth Philly is the best way to
Yes.
find us.
Mm-hmm.
And we can make donations. We will start accepting in September, and all that information can be found on our website as well, which I'll drop in the chat. But there's also something called the OST Finder. So OST stands for out of school time. So we used to call it after school, right? So Fab Youth Philly, Kensington Soccer, those are called OST or out of school time programs.
Mm-hmm.
There's an OST Finder. And if you type in out of school time finder or OST finder, it will also connect you to not all of them, but many other organizations. There's probably close to 1,000 youth serving organizations in Philadelphia. Let me tell you, every day I'm on Instagram and someone follows us and I'm like, and I look at their profile around in Southwest for 25 years. How come I don't know about you?
Yes.
So we've got to do a better job of getting the word out. Council members often have a list of out of school time providers in their neighborhood. The school district also has a great list of providers. So let me put the OST finder. If someone's looking for the OST finder, let me put that in there to make it easier. OST finder, Philadelphia. So it can be really hard to find us.
So Sylvia, she's doing this on YouTube. I hope you're on. If you're not on YouTube, here's what I will do. I will cut. We'll figure it out. She'll send it to me via email too. I'm going to put it on my social media page after we get off, so that you and I can talk. I can tell people and push them towards having the conversations about. Don't worry, Sylvia, we got you.
Yeah, we'll make sure you have it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Rebecca,
fantastic.
You made my Friday morning.
You made mine. If you can tell, I love talking about our young people, and I love, if it weren't 6:30, I would have had a couple of them with me, but I know they're getting ready for their first day of professional development, all their sleep. I hope this is not the last time we talk. I've watched your show, and so I appreciate all the content and all the important issues that you lift up in our neighborhoods and across our city. So I hope that we will be able to see you again.
We will.
You'll come visit.
We will. Jacinia says out of time school program is through the public health PHMC. Okay.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
It is. So out of school time is both a time of day, a name for organizations, and a funding source. So PHMC does manage a set of out of school time programs, but it's a small percentage compared to the entire ecosystem of out of school time providers. So
because you said over 1,000 of them in Philadelphia.
I have a list of 600 that I just keep track of myself.
Can you just send them to me? Send it to me, please. Sure. Because what I'll do is I'll push them out. Every year I hear the conversation that the children have nothing to do. There is so much to do in the city. So
It
much.
really is. Yeah, there is access could be really difficult. Most of these are free, and a lot of the opportunities for teens are paid because we know developmentally young people are trying to establish financial independence, and so we all collaborate with banks and uh, credit unions to help young people establish financial independence. Um, so yeah, I think it's really about access and
Yes.
awareness,
Yes.
and we can do a better job of lifting folks up for sure. And we got to create, the public spaces. It's hard for young people because there's signs in the gallery, or I guess is now the fashion district, that say
Mhm.
you can't be here without an adult. And
Right.
there's a Target in South Philly that says you have to be accompanied by an adult. And so
Yes.
as adults, we need to think about what can we do to create more inclusive spaces, and how do we help young people
Yes.
know how to access these things. We have to
Yes.
be a bridge sometimes. They are a little, especially coming out of the pandemic. Those young
Yes.
people who grew up during that sort of 2021, 22
Mhm.
era, they're still trying to figure out how to build relationships. And so sometimes
Mhm.
we need to take them somewhere. We need to go somewhere. I need to say, I know Miss Andrea, I know Miss Tony, I know Mr.
Mhm.
Joe, and
Mhm.
actually take them there. Because
Yes.
if I just say, go do this, they probably won't. So we've
Yeah.
got to do a better job of building those bridges and making resources available for families.
Laverne says, I definitely need the info. I can share this with my family. Laverne, look up in the chat. You will see it. But
Yes.
she's going to send me all these links. I'm going to dedicate a whole post just to this. And I will pin it to
Wonderful.
the top of my spaces so that you all can see this. Rebecca, this was fantastic. I
Thank you. And thank you.
thoroughly
Thank you. Thank
enjoyed
you. Me
having this
too.
conversation with you. So
I
guess what?
hope
You're
it's
going to
not a
have to come
class.
back, Rebecca.
Yes, ma'am. I'll bring some young people too, because
Yes,
they're the ones who
and
really want to talk.
I'd like to come and visit one of the spaces, in the 5 week, one of the streets in the 5 week. I'll do
Yes.
everything you need me to do, and I'll make sure they're adults, always adults with me, because I always want to make sure young people are safe. I don't want to encroach on them. I just want to see what they're doing.
We often have an open house during Carnival Week, so that families and residents who want to come see us and see the teens in action. So I'll make sure you know about that.
Thank you,
Oh,
Rebecca.
look at
This
all
is
these
not.
love. Look at all this love.
I
Thank
know,
you
I
for all
know,
those
I
hearts
know.
and
They're
loves.
listen.
And thank you to your
They are,
viewers
because
and
this
for this
platform.
opportunity.
When I tell you, Rebecca, we're so intentional about the
Yes.
things we discuss here. It's about the joy, the peace, the happiness, making sure that we take care of one another, the opportunities that are available, finding the solutions as we are, enveloping the problem. We're not here to massage problems. We're really just here to make sure that people have what they need. And so I'm grateful to people like you who come on and is able to give us the conversation that tells people, yes, this does exist. Yes, your child can get paid for this. Yes, it's happening across the city in different places. Marguerite says, Andre, I want the info too, so I can
Yes.
get on a camera. She's at 6 ABC. So
Yep.
I
We'll
can
get
get
that for you.
I work on getting the camera out there. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And I
Butterfly is asking, are there any community service opportunities for us, the grown folks, that
There will be in the fall. Yes, we will have
Okay.
plenty in the fall. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh, this
Indeed.
is.
And if I could just add while we're saying goodbye to each other, we just had a conversation with the teens, as I said, about Kensington. And we talk about how the videos of people who are ill and unhoused get thousands and thousands and thousands of likes.
Come
And what
on.
we need to do a better job of is getting you thousands and thousands and thousands of
Yes.
likes. And we need to start lifting up the beautiful, as you said, beautiful, joyful, peaceful things that are happening in our cities. So I will be pushing this out and your stories out and your channel out
Yeah.
more and
Thank
more
you.
so that we
Thank
can
you.
lift that up together.
That's when I tell you you were my cup of coffee this morning. I don't
Oh,
even drink coffee.
thank you.
You are my cup of coffee this morning, Rebecca. I look forward to continuing this conversation with you.
Awesome.
Mike wants to know anybody similar you keep in touch with work
Yes.
over this. He's in Pittsburgh.
Yes, we actually work with Poseidon and we've worked with A-Post, which are intermediary organizations across the state. So yes, we actually have a colleague in Pittsburgh who's talked about wanting to do a Play Streets model. We also do it at playgrounds. So it's not just Play Streets, but you'll see our teens at McPherson Playground and Hissy Playground. So it is replicable and we're hoping to do this in Kenya in 2027.
Did you say Kenya?
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna just leave that for you. We'll
Lord.
talk offline.
You gonna make me invite you to the family picnic,
Yes, ma'am.
the cookout, because I
Okay.
can feel from you that you really care about children. That this is not a job for you. And too often I run into people who come on and they quote chapter and verse, but you can feel the energy is not there for the young people. It's their position. Does that make sense, Rebecca?
It
You care
does. Yeah,
about children.
I
You
do.
care about
Thanks for
children.
seeing.
Monica says, this is amazing. I had no idea that this still existed. I remember
Mhm.
having the block cleanup spray.
Yeah.
Oh, see what you started. You're bringing it back to people's memory. I love
Good.
it. I love it. Thank you, my sister. Enjoy on
Thank
Monday.
you. Have a
I,
wonderful day, and I'll get you all the information so we can stay in touch.
yes, ma'am.
Thank
All
you
right.
to all your
All right. Bye
watchers. Take
bye.
care.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Did y'all know this? How is it that I don't know? This is why I'm telling you, we're never too old to learn. I am still stunned. Over 1,000 after school programs, summer programs in this city for young people. Who the hell knew? Who knew? Lizzie says a safe space to play is so important for children. It's sad to see the restrictions being put in place. There are no bad children. They're just, oh, and look, here comes my people. Here comes the next group. I'm telling you, I'm letting the folks in. I'm letting the folks in. I am so missing y'all. Sunday cannot get here fast enough.
Good morning.
Good
Good morning.
morning, Timo and Dennis and Angela Blue. Good morning. Oh, I'm
How are
so,
you?
forgive me. I feel a little filled today because I just got finished talking to the executive director of a program for young people where they're paying young people to be on the streets at block parties, feeding folks in the community, and then play with them arts and crafts. And that there are over 1,000 programs like this, similar to this, in Philadelphia that we just were not aware of. So it warms my heart. I love young people. So that warmed my. Come on, Dennis, can't be late.
Hey, all right.
I know it's early. I know it's early, but somebody was on before you. Angela and Dennis Blue are the owners of Blue Water Bike Tours LLC, which pre-launched Chili Boats Adventures Philly in 2025 as the first flagship Chili Boats excursion location. Timo Russ is a Philadelphia born performer, wellness ambassador, and cultural curator, delivering a high energy fusion of hip hop movement and live musicality. Lord, let me tell you, the Land and Water Wellness Fest. It's a high energy, unique waterfront fitness festival presented by Chili Boat Adventures and Spruce Harbor Park, featuring Chili Boat Adventures water bike races, Swift Fit weightlifting competitions, boutique dance fitness experiences from the Groove Camp, a live dance party with DJs, surprise performances, and interactive workouts. The event blends competition, music, movement, and community through all day activations. Let me just tell you how I talked to my trainer, and I said, "Y'all not seeing me on Sunday. Goodbye." I said, "You might want to come out and join me in these going through the streets." So talk to us
Amen.
about Sunday. We're excited. The weather is going to be great.
Yes.
Yeah, weather's looking amazing for Sunday. The community is coming together very strong. We're just really looking forward to seeing everyone in movement. These competitors on the water though, they're talking some trash. Everybody want these chili boat trophies now.
Oh, there
Yeah.
are trophies. I just wanted to ride the diggity dang thing. There are trophies.
There's the first influencer race has two trophies, first and second place, and then the general admission guest. Those next two races actually have a chili pepper trophy.
Chili pepper trophies.
For the first those two races, first place winner gets a chili pepper trophy.
You know I'm competitive, right? Y'all should not tell me these things on a Friday morning now.
Yeah, jumpstart your weekend.
Listen. I'm riding my bicycle tomorrow. I ride a bicycle. I ride bicycle all the time. So I'm riding my bicycle tomorrow for about 15, 20 miles. Cool beans. I need to get my legs ready for this chili boat thing on Sunday. Um, how soon should we get there for people to sign up for the chili boat? Because I know these little elected officials going to be like, I need a space.
Sign up starts at 12.
Sign up starts at 12.
And if I get there at 11:30,
You'll be good.
You'll be first in line.
We actually
I'm
gonna
so, I'm
we're
so.
gonna have the ability to start signing some people up a little earlier too. But the actual event won't start until 12.
Hmm.
But if you do get there earlier, around 11 a.m., you will be able to
Hmm.
start to actually sign up and register at a station. So
Okay. All right, listen, tell the people what to expect because I'm super excited, like it's my program and I don't know half the stuff. What are they to expect on Sunday when they show up?
I th- want me to go? Okay. I think that it's going to be something that's going to be completely different, especially from again from land to water. So all the different activations that happen, I just think it's just going to be it's going to be unique in itself because everyone will have their opportunity to go around and visit each activation. So from the water, to land to Groove Camp. I'm actually I'm super excited to see if I could do a two-step myself. So
Listen.
so I think it's just going to be something really unique and different. And I think from the future to come, I think it's just going to be something that's going to be a yearly
Yeah.
thing.
I saw something the other day that you're having double dutch there now too.
I was just about to say we added a jump rope contest with Philly Girls Jump.
Mm.
The double dutch. All right, so there is going to be the groove contest, the chili boats, the weightlifting. I'm writing it all down. The weightlifting. What else?
Pilates,
Pilates.
Pilates,
yoga,
yoga.
two
Uh,
types of yoga.
Two
stretch.
types of.
Two
Yeah. Do
types.
they have ones for people who not don't stretch well like me?
Well,
Okay.
this is for everybody, any and everybody, all
Yeah.
levels of fitness.
All
So
levels of fitness.
doesn't
Okay.
matter if you've been out the gym for a few weeks or if you've been out the gym for a year. Or
Okay. Good.
we got something
So
for
nobody will
everybody.
feel like they're missing anything or that they can't compete because this is all fun, right? To move.
Yeah, only way they're gonna miss it, they stay home.
yeah.
If they get their tickets and they come on out, we gonna bring the energy. We're not gonna let nobody that's close to us not be in movement and not have a good time.
Yeah.
So
Tracy said, now y'all just said the wrong thing now because Philly is so competitive. We are. We need Jesus in a bottle of healing oil. I promise you.
okay.
Laverne says, is it first come, first serve to sign up for the ride, the chili boat?
Yes, it is
Yes,
first
it
come,
is.
first serve.
Are you all sure? Because Philly is also filled with very important tightest people who says, I am such and such. Do you know who I am? Put me to the front of the line.
Those
Yes.
inboxes have
Yeah.
started
Yeah.
too.
Ain't that
Yeah.
unbelievable?
I'm
See
so
what I mean?
But you know what? While you wait, we have massage. You
Yeah.
could get you could get a massage. You could get a massage while you wait to go on the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Laura says, I want to do, who, child? Pilates and yoga. Do we need to bring mats?
We do recommend that you bring your own mat. Just for personal reasons.
Yeah.
We will
Hygienic.
have,
Yes.
yeah, we will have, it is going to be comfortable for everybody. But when it comes to yoga and your own personal workout space, we do recommend you do bring your own mat. Um,
What else do you recommend that people bring with them so they can be comfortable for the day?
Um,
I would say like a towel, if you have like
Okay.
a hand towel, that
Okay.
way if you're getting sweaty, you can wipe yourself off.
Okay.
Um, maybe if you want to bring some extra water, we will have water there, but maybe if you
Yes.
want to bring some extra water.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I
yeah.
think it's going to be 80, 86 and sunny.
Okay.
The Some of the spaces we are working in, are going to have a nice amount of sun on you. So maybe
Mhm.
you might want to bring some extra suntan lotion.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Extra sunblock.
The sun's
Okay.
gonna give us some power, but you definitely want to make sure you take advantage of the bronzing. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Angela, you were saying something, but you were drowned out by Timo. What were you trying to say?
I was gonna say, bring your energy.
Yes.
Oh, child, this is Philly. Say less. The energy is on 15. I promise you. Say less. This is Philly. Laura says, oh, hell yeah. Oh, Laverne says, will food and snacks and water be available free of? Now, you know the food and snacks not going to be free.
It's not,
Ain't no free food. Come on now.
but there's
Laverne.
plenty of options of
Okay.
between our vendors. We have some great companies with the healthy pressed juices, healthy vegan snacks and things like that. Um,
Okay.
And there's also, we're at Spruce Harbor. There's food trucks. You want to give yourself a little treat after you finish working out.
Mm-hmm.
There's all types of things from, frozen mango mango teeny drinks. You can get it with alcohol. You can get it with alcohol. So we have a little bit of something for everybody. You
Yeah.
have your carnival snacks and you have your healthy snacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get something,
Uh,
work it off.
yeah. Laura says I'm down for the massages. Now, how many people are you expecting based on ticket sales?
I would say probably in our main stage area, we're probably gonna have a few hundred people. Um, as of this time, it's a little tough to gauge because we do have the whole park. So the park is very busy,
Yeah.
especially for MLB All Star Weekend. I
Yeah.
would say for the activities, our capacity, we can definitely, I say
Uh,
definitely at least like 200 and two hundred
yeah.
fifty people for the activities as of
Yes.
now.
Okay.
Um,
That's
but listen, we can
amazing.
accommodate everybody. So
Yeah. Laverne says, I'm asking what other people are asking. People want to know what they're paying for. For $45, you can get on the chili boat, weightlifting, Pilates. You when I say you're getting a bargain for that alone, so bring your energy, bring your towel, bring your mat, bring your coins, right? And buy your food so that you can eat afterwards. The reason why the ticket prices can be that low for all the things that you're doing. You go train in the gym, it's $100 a session. Let's
Yes.
be
Mhm.
clear, right? So you have all these activities, plus you got a dance session. So bring your coins so that you can pay for the drinks, the smoothies, the whatever it is that you want to do afterwards. You would think these people are paying me, but I'm just telling you, for somebody who
hey,
knows
but
the
look,
stuff.
we got something special for your viewers that we're not really supposed to be telling a lot of people.
Okay.
I'm gonna let your viewers in on a little secret. All right.
Us.
The secret is we have a promo code right now. Okay.
Okay.
There's a promo code. The promo code is Chili Boat. All right. Due to demand and due to the fact that we've added more to the experience, our lower tier tickets have ran out.
I knew
However,
that was going to happen.
there is a 50% off promo code that might not be there by 9 a.m.
Okay.
It's
And
it's the promo code is Chili Boat.
ILI.
Yep. See all one word. CHILIBOAT.
Right. Not no, not two L's in Chile.
Right.
CHILI boat.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Chili Boat on
Okay.
Eventbrite. It's a half off promo code
Okay.
that your users can use. We will
Yeah.
leave it up for today.
For the last second Sammys, you'll see them. You'll see them. You'll see hundreds of them pop up at the last second and the 50% off. That's this will bring them in. I got in the day you launched. Did you hear what
Thank
I
you for your
said?
support.
Mr. Manfred, Mr. Manfred, he said, Andre, this is your thing. I said, yeah, this is my jam. And I got in and pulled my people in. And so we're all coming to this thing. What should there, because I tell you, again, I'm not making any assumptions that everybody's going to come and do what they're supposed to do. What should they be wearing to such an event?
Just something athletic,
Yeah.
comfortable,
Comfortable.
comfortable.
It can be tights. It can be shorts. It can be,
Yes.
um, light sweats,
Mhm.
sports bra tops. It's
Yes.
thing that allows you to just have some free movement to you. Um,
Mhm.
Not very restrictive, just comfortable. Just comfortable attire.
Yeah, so no jeans. I'm telling you, keep the jeans at home because if you
You'll
want
get
to dance, you want to stretch, you want to live. I'm just letting the people know, Dennis, because folk will
Yeah.
come cute trying to catch a fish when this is not a catch a fish scenario, right? So this is you coming. If you want to really catch a fish, show the fish how you can work out. Show the fish how committed you are to dancing and moving your body and that works too. So very, very comfortable. Wear athletic wear, tights, sports bra, a loose, comfortable t-shirt. Design your t-shirt, cut it up, do whatever you want to do. You need water. You need your towel. I'm actually going to carry a little bag with me with all my stuff in it. Um, If you're going to weight lift, carry your weightlifting gloves. Don't be trying to share with people. Cleanliness is next to godliness. We want to make sure we stay well and healthy in these. I'm a little touched. These will go onto the streets. I want people to be okay when they get there. This Marguerite says, comfortable, cute is the attire of the day. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Because you can take those spandex pants and buy cute, different colors on it, and you know how to catch a fish. You all know, but no jeans. Don't wear jeans. Don't wear dresses. Don't wear any of that kind of stuff. Wear stuff where you can move and work out. Um, so the program runs from 12 to what?
So we're actually doing an extension, so you get a little bit extra time going on. So originally we were 12 to 5, but we are going 12 to 6. And then we have some little after chill vibe activity of sunset and chill over at the barges as well that you can get.
Sunset, chill. Sunset and chill.
You can cool down.
I,
I want to recommend, especially for it being an active day, something I do
uh-huh.
when I know, like, if I'm doing multiple activities of fitness, is maybe even bring an extra shirt. You
Yeah.
know, bring an
Very
extra
good.
shirt.
Bring an extra shirt. And somebody
Yeah.
just texted me and asked if life jackets are provided for people on the
Yeah.
chili boat.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
And you,
Absolutely, life jacket for people who think they're gonna fall into the school kill. The thought of falling into the school kill is enough to keep me upright. You hear me?
nah, and you don't you won't have to worry about your sneakers or anything getting wet unless you put your feet in the water. You want
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Yeah.
other than that, you shouldn't be fine.
I am so excited about these chili boats. And listen, all them inboxes that you get and tell them to go kick rocks with shoes on. Tell them just because you think you're important in this city, that you're going to join the line like it. No, don't tell them that because then they get offended. The egos are pretty big, pretty big. So we're going to leave them alone. So Timo, what time is your dance? Because everybody is waiting for that part too.
I believe I'm starting at 3:30. I think. Yeah, 3:30. Bringing the energy, we bringing the music, we bringing the hits. We're gonna be out there getting our Drew Hill on. Just get
Ooh,
ready. Just get ready to have a cardiovascular good old
I
time.
like it. I love it. I love it. Monica says hand sanitizer. Yes, Monica, absolutely. Carry your hand. And if you take medication, carry that. I would also suggest wear a little hat because it's going to be hot. The sun is going to be beaming down on you. So while you're wearing your sunblock, wear your little hat, your cute little hat to cover your eyes and your face to make sure that you're okay. And carry extra water. You know, I love this. Tell me, what is your why for doing this?
For the people.
For the people,
For
you
the
know,
people.
um, the especially on the water side, it's just seeing somebody that has never been on the water and their reaction when they get off the chili boat, or overcoming their fear. We've had somebody that never rode a bike that came out last season, so it's just the satisfaction of seeing people happy and excited.
Yeah. What is your why, Timo?
I was gonna say definitely for the people, but even also too for the people that we've lost. I feel like a lot of people that I personally have lost, and then we're experiencing right now a lot of tough times for people and people that don't have the opportunity to do things like this. So, especially when it comes to health and wellness, there's a lot of information that we now have that we know how important it is to move our bodies and how to
Yeah.
treat our bodies. So definitely also for some of the people that aren't here with us anymore because they would want to see us all excelling. So definitely for the people, but also too for the people that are no longer here. So.
Yeah. Angela, what is your why?
I want to see people healthy. I want to see us live longer.
Yeah. Angela, Dennis, and Timo, let me share something with you. You all kind of touched on all the things that needed to be addressed. So many people are not able to travel
Yes.
this year in particular, lost their jobs, health reasons, etc. And for $45, they have all this access, where they would have to take a flight. then get in a hotel in a resort and then book a reservation to do this thing that you're getting ready to do, the dance, and everything starts at like $100. So you're talking about a $3,000, $4,000 vacation off the rip. That's going to cost them maybe $150 between their tickets and the food that they buy. I want people to put this stuff in perspective, and then they get to actually have community with people all around them. We need it. When I say we're struggling, we talk a lot about this and that, and oh my God, I can't believe, and but we're struggling, and our mental health is taking a dip because of all the things that we're going through. So to see, I am going to charge up my phone. Carry a charger, please, too. Carry your chargers. Don't because anybody got a string. Nope. Carry your chargers with you. Um, but I want to capture the vibe of the day, because what people don't realize is the amount of serotonin you release. Is it serotonin
Yeah.
when you
Yep.
exercise?
Yes,
It
ma'am.
helps your mental. What is it?
It's testosterone also.
That all of it. You feel better. You're not as angry. There's so many angry people on the streets right now. It releases all of that as you're moving and doing what you need to be doing. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that you all thought about this. I'm grateful that you're doing it. I believe you should come back every diggity dang summer to do this.
That's the goal.
Yeah. Are you being supported by the city in moving this out?
It's new, so we have a few
I
representatives.
love you, Angela. I love you, girl. You know exactly what to say and how to say it. I love it. Okay. All right.
We have a few representatives from the city that are competing in the
Yeah, and they're pushing and they're supporting it through their
Good.
channels.
definitely.
So yeah,
But
we there's no way the city can't support us where we at. We right on the waterfront, you know.
right, we're
Yeah.
right on
So
Delaware,
Yeah. I'm
and it's
looking forward to it.
supporting independent businesses as well.
Yes.
That's the other thing. We have vendors still coming in every day wanting to participate. You know, not just food and beverage, but I mean, we have a pop-up boutique. We have a candle maker. We have a mental health company. We have another company that does sports for parents and children that'll be doing activities. So it's a mix. It's a lot of businesses coming together. A lot of these are local businesses, but one's traveling in from Maryland just to participate,
Wow. Wow.
with another
Mi-
person flying in from North Carolina just to
What?
participate.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mr. Sanders, I'm going to need a couple $100. I'm talking to my husband. I can't buy stuff with my cute self. I just need need money. And this just warms everything, everything about me right now, because we need it so badly. 12 to 6, Spruce Street Harbor, vendors. So far, I heard the Groove Camp, Double Dutch, weightlifting, Pilates, yoga, massage. Is there a place for people who just want to lay out and do nothing?
Yes.
You have the
yeah,
ham.
The hammocks. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, you have hammocks?
there's sections of hammocks, and like we mentioned, you have the massage. If you
Hammocks?
just chill out, you can go ahead on the chill out on the hammock section, um, or go get a relaxing massage. There's Reiki. You could go sit, have a sentai.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow. I usually, when there are things like this happening, will stay for an hour and then I go home. I'll be there the whole time.
Yeah.
You
I
want
can only imagine. I can only. I'm so. When I say excited, would I be able to meet you all and see you when I get there?
Yes.
what?
absolutely.
I'm gonna be on
I'm
the
gonna
water.
I'm gonna I'm gonna find your energy as soon as you walk in there. You ain't gonna
Uh,
have a
So,
problem finding me. I'm gonna grab you, give you a big hug.
oh,
And we're gonna
yeah.
get
I'm.
to work. I'm be working out right there next to you.
Yep. And
Thank you.
I'll be on the water with you doing
I'll
the
be
tour.
right.
Yes, you'll be
All right.
underwater. Okay.
Okay.
There was a question that I had that went right out my head. Good God. All right. Water, towels. I want to make sure people have everything. If they forget something, are there spaces where they can go buy the sunblock, you know.
There is. So Spruce Tree Harbor Park does have a small convenience store, which will be right next door to the main stage area, which is right there by the weightlifting and groove camp and all the other recreation activities. There's a store.
Yeah, because somebody will forget there's something, you know. I'm really excited. Yeah.
Deodorant.
You're ready for that. Dennis, you're so low key, but I can tell you're excited.
Oh yeah. I mean, this has been like an 8 year process, you know.
Yeah.
Um, just for us to, I seen it 8 years ago, you know,
Mhm.
and for my wife to be my biggest supporter, you know, and for us to get to where we're at now, it's like kind of like a real feeling. So I'm excited. Sometimes she has to tell me like, you know, it's here, you gotta, but it's just a real feeling, and to be able to give that experience, us to be able to give that experience to different
Mhm.
people, us to be able to partner with Tim, uh,
Yeah.
it's been it's been mind blowing for me. So I'm just trying to take it all in.
Yeah. The Major League All Stars, Major League Baseball All Stars event is this city is going to be packed with
Oh yeah.
people. Is there ample parking, or would you suggest that people carpool? Blah 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 blah. My chauffeur is my husband. He gonna drop me off.
All of
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
Mr.
carpool. There
Sanders.
are spots that are in the area.
Mm-hmm.
So you do have paid parking can be at the Logan Circle, which is the parking lot at the Mushaloo. There's also paid parking at the Hilton Hotel. So it's kind of at the beginning, middle, and the end of where we are.
Hmm.
And also at the River Rink. So the
Yeah.
Independence River Rink, which is located behind the Seaport Museum, also has parking as well.
That's a
Um,
lot of parking. I know exactly all these spaces that you're talking about. That's a lot. That's ample parking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
just play with PPA. If you park
Yeah.
on the street, make sure you're keeping your meter up.
Ain't nobody in this city, and I did say ain't. Nobody in this city wants to play with PPA. They are vicious. Okay. All right. So ample parking. Essence says, yes, I'm coming. My trainer just asked me, was I still going? I said, yes, I have to bring the grandchild since they're in town, but definitely excited. Oh, Essence, when you get there, find mother. I'm just trying to decide if I'm going to wear some Jamaican colors. You know how Jamaicans, we put on all the different colors. I'm trying to decide if I want to look that crazy to show up, but I am super duper stoked about this. Health and wellness is incredibly important to me on this platform. We talk about it openly and transparently. We talk about prostate cancer. We talk about diabetes. We talk about hypertension. We talk about all the things that have been impacting our community. We talk about mental health, depression, anxiety. We address it all very openly and transparently here. And so to know that something like this exists where we can all get together and just talk and laugh and jump and play. Whew, this is thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You.
Thank you for
Now,
having
what's the link for them to go get that 50% off code?
me. It's on
So,
Eventbrite,
yeah,
so
The
you can
chili
search
boat is the
up.
only thing. Right?
Chili
You
cook.
can.
right. Chili Boat is the code. Go to Eventbrite, and you can
Mhm.
also go to
.com.
chiliboatsphilly.com, and the ticket link is also right there on the homepage.
Yeah.
And there
Chiliboatsphilly.com.
your discount code in it.
Okay, so put in chili boat for your discount code and you get 50% off, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Okay,
only for a few more hours. So act now. Make
okay,
sure you grab that. And
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Essence says, I'm just parking in a lot. No time for PPA. PPA has messed up a lot of people. PPA has messed up a lot of people in this city. Thank
They
you
are.
all.
Yeah.
So I am looking forward to seeing you in ways. I have somebody already called me and says, can I bum a ride with you? Yep, come bum the ride. We're going to be down there early. And I'm just grateful. So grateful that you thought about this. Dennis and Angela, I want you to be aware that I think this thing is going to blow in a way that your mind is going to just blow. People need this,
Yeah.
right? And that you work with people like Timo, who is just with all the energy you've curated an event together that's going to create a space for people to just come and let it all out. May the Spruce Harbor shake at its foundations when we get done with all of this. Thank you all so much. I'll see you on Sunday, okay?
Cool.
Thank
Look
Thank you
forward.
you.
very much.
All
Thank
right.
you
Can't
all.
wait to meet you.
Yeah, I can't wait to meet you either. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye bye, Timo. See you guys later. Bye, Dennis and Angela.
Take care.
Yeah, bye bye. This is wow. I love this. This is what a great Friday this is. As Angela and Dennis log out.
Let's see.
Let's can't figure out how to log out.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out.
Too funny. Too funny. Um, you all have been just absolutely wonderful. At 8 a.m. this morning, we're going to have the Philadelphia Inquirer columnist Denise Armstrong on to talk about some of the current events that are happening at the local and national level from some articles that she has written. And I'm excited that she will, let me see, hold on. Let me, because they're still trying to get out. Lord help them. Let's see. Wait. Are you all leave me alone? Okay. And I was able to remove them myself, I think. I think. You know what? This darn remove participant, remove. Okay. Can you guys still see me and talk to me? Because I'm trying to. Wait. There we go. There we go. I'm able to do it myself. All right. So, yes, Carlene. Carlene said this has been a packed show. And I appreciate it. I so appreciate. Yes, Janice Armstrong is fabulous. So I can't wait to get into this conversation with her. I don't know why. There's so many people like Councilwoman Nina Ahmad. I was actually went to council for something, and she's like, "I'm watching your show, and I want to cut." I'm like, "You do?" And then I just don't know that there are people who want to be on here. And so when they ask, there are times when I push to have folks to come, but when they ask, Councilwoman Nina Ahmad's conversation was so hot and fiery yesterday. What I thought was going to be innocuous on some levels because it was around menopause and women experiencing painful periods, etc. You all started sharing things that I didn't even know you were experiencing as a direct result. She'll be back on as this thing progresses, as it becomes law. And Monica says it is only 7:30. Yeah, listen. We give you, if you're gonna wake up to watch us, we're gonna give you what you come for, right? Kim said, don't forget your Bengay. Yeah, girl. So let me tell you how you can stop a lot of the soreness. Eat extra protein, right? You want an excuse to eat protein? Protein will help your body to, because you're tearing your muscles as you're exercising. Protein will help to repair your muscles. So carry some boiled eggs with you, whatever it is you want to do. I actually have a container that heats up my food. So I can actually put my food in my bag and carry it in the container and turn on the container, and it'll heat up my food and I'll eat it so I can know. Marguerite says your platform and your name is out in these Wakandan streets, and I'm grateful. It's a direct result of all of you. So this morning I woke up and there was a memory that popped up on Facebook right after I'd gone through everything I'd gone through in July. A day later, Mr. Man Frisbee hosted something at Bacon, and so many of you came. Oh my God. Oh my God. It was just you all. When I say I love y'all, I'm not saying it lightly. When I type into the chat that I love you all, I'm not saying it lightly. You all showed up. You whispered wonderful things in my ears. You encouraged me. And then I was able to start this platform without a hitch. Like, okay, let's go. You all want to, because people kept saying you can't just get off the air. You've got to figure out what you're going to do next. And so there's so many people, oh my God, that I could thank over and again that seeded us the money to do the work. Lenfest Foundation seeded us the money so we could start this platform, believe it or not. And so we were able to work and do what we needed to do and pay the folk. And there are 5 people that I pay. 5, right? So I am so grateful to all of you for showing up. So when I get up every morning to do this show, I get up with intention to with the understanding that I cannot put trash up here. I cannot come on here and say, well, today I don't feel like it. So let's just talk about nonsensical things. Never, ever, ever. There's always going to be a space where we talk about what matters to you. And then you'll reach out to me and say, Mova, can you get somebody on to discuss this, and this? Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can. We'll do the work to get that done. And so it's important that when you take the time to open up your cameras to watch me on YouTube first thing in the morning, that you get what you want. uh Essence says, yeah, I brought a bag. It's still in the Amazon box. I will try soon. Charge it up, Essence. And if you want to, so for me, I carry my lunch with me. And let me tell you why. Not because they don't have the food, and there will be some things that I will buy, but I make my food with a particular kind of, so it's avocado oil or ghee, or so I know what I'm putting in my food. And also because of hypertension, it's not overly salted. So that's the reason. So I'll bring some of my food with me. I'll bring my cherries, whatever, but I'll also buy and support the people. So maybe I'll get a drink or a vegan snack, with me. But for the rest of you, and listen, it's not because I don't love what they're serving. It's because my body cannot absorb what they're serving. And so I have to treat my body well. And that means I have to carry my stuff with me. And that's okay. Same thing on Monday morning. Monday morning at 8:30, I will be on the air on Monday. I will be leaving to go to the King Spa in Virginia. And so I'm excited about that. Packing we can't take the food inside the spa, but I can pack my breakfast and I can pack my dinner. So that container, again, will have my dinner in it. So on our way back from the spa, I'll be heating up my dinner and eating it. See what I mean? So, yeah, Marguerite, I have to. That's the way I think I've been successful at this. And trust me, I have been in a gym for over 20 years. The gym instructors have said over and again, you cannot outwork your diet. And I would go, yeah, 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 because I was younger and I would be able to eat what I wanted to and just have muscles for days. I would be pumping the weights, pushing the 500 pounds across the gym floor. But as I got older, my body said, not so quickly there, my darling. You're going to have to adjust, what you eat. And right around 45, 50, I started to feel the difference where the muscles didn't just pop up like I wanted it to. I had to do something different. And so knowing what is in my family history, knowing what many of you um, is in your family history, we have to make better choices. And so we talk about our mental health. We talk about, what we eat. We talk about doctors are looking, the amount of dialysis clinics that are in this city alone is criminal. Is criminal. When somebody tells you, oh, your A1C is only 6.5 to 6.9, you're fine. Meanwhile, for every day that your A1C is over 6, over 5 point something, your kidneys are working overtime, your heart's working overtime, your liver's working overtime, but you can go like that for years. And then when you look up and realize you need a kidney transplant, or you need to go on dialysis, or all these things are going on, we have to make the adjustments for our bodies. And so I'm using myself as an example. I'm not telling you to do anything that I'm not doing myself. You've seen me from the time that I was first diagnosed in 2019, and I went very public about it with diabetes. I have, work to not be on the metformin, the medication. I'm not on any medication at all. And it's been diet and exercise. You saw me when I transparently shared with you that stress was taking me under. My cortisol levels have been up, all the things. I am literally a walking example for so many of us. And so this is not a oh my God, I'm trying to be cute. I never walked in the gym to be cute. I walked in the gym the very first time because I knew I was hypertensive. And if my arteries stiffened, then I would have a problem with a heart attack or a stroke. Never ever walked into the gym to be cute. I promise you. I am literally every single day trying to save my life. I've been discussing with all of you about this this parasite that's on our food, only for someone to inbox me and say the farmers have been spraying our food with human feces, fecal matter. They get it from the waste plants. According to them, they treat it, quote unquote, but that human feces is what they use as the fertilizer. I didn't make this stuff up. I looked it up and then I put it on my page so you all could see. So it's that fertilizer. So all that stuff that they're doing, they say they wash it, but they don't get it all clean. So this is why they can't find the source, and they won't tell you they can't find the source because so many farms are using human fecal matter. They call it bio something, human fecal matter. Let me so that you can to use as an to use as a fertilizer instead of the synthetic ones that they would normally use. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane what is happening out here. So let me see if I can pull this up for you all, because I just wait, hold on. Let me read this for you. Sewage sludge and biosolids is what they're calling. That's what they're calling it, right? Um, When domestic sewage is transported and conveyed to a wastewater treatment plant, it is treated to separate liquids from the solids, which produces a semi-solid nutrient-rich product known as sewage sludge. The terms bio-sludge, biosolids, and sewage sludge are often used interchangeably by the public. However, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency typically uses the term biosolids to mean sewage sludge that has been treated to meet the requirements of the Environment Protection Agency's regulation entitled Standards for the Use of Disposable of Sewage Sludge. It's being used. Biosludge solids can be used on agricultural land, forests, rangelands, disturbed land in need of reclamation, or non-agricultural lands like parks, golf courses, home lawns, and gardens. This is what. This is what. This is what. So when we say, when folks are telling you that the stuff is pre-washed, wash your stuff anyway. This is what I do. I'm not recommending. If you don't do it, that's up to you. This is what I do. Andrea, not recommending it for anybody else. I take my Wednesday I was on the air and I wanted to have a salad yesterday. I put my mixed greens in a big bowl, metal bowl, and I added water, cold water, baking soda, and a touch of vinegar, and I let it sit in that for the hour and a half that I was on the show, and then I put it in a colander to drain it, and it sits there and it drains for another hour. The leaves are not wilting or doing anything crazy. It's literal. I'm cleaning. When I move the water and rinse it, the water is brown, y'all. It's crazy. Just because they can never wash it properly enough. So, there's a lot going on. Let me read some of these comments because y'all are hilarious out here. I can see. Uh-oh. Yes. Oh, so they're talking about and it shows up in my memories today. Laverne says yes, that show was good. Yes, we had a good time. So much sodium in processed food, absolutely. Laverne said a time was had. We had a really great time. Marguerite says I carry my lunch and snacks with me also. Yes, Marguerite. Laverne says yes, that was the talk. Start your own, and you did, and you all were with me lockstep every step of the way, so that we are here 2 years later. Do you understand what I'm saying? 2 years later. Laura says, same here, bring in my food and may purchase a smoothie or something. Yes. Laverne says, that was my first time meeting David. David Alexander did come to that. David Alexander is just fantastic. She said it was like I knew him all my life. I love David. Monica says, Andrea, you will never know what you do for us. Just keep doing what you do. It feeds us and the world. Thank you, my sister. Mike says, I just sent Liz off with rice, chicken, sun-dried tomatoes, peppers, onions. Yeah, you better come on, Mike. Take care of Liz. Essence says, yeah, Dr. Archman and Crystal are on me for this eating. It's a process. I'm going to do my blood test. I'm working through eating right and my busy schedule. It's a process. Essence, so praise the Lord for me. I was incredibly sick and had to be home when I went on the program to really clean my system out. Janelle was here because I was so sick. She got on all of you all and told you to leave me alone for at least 6 weeks, at least, so I could recover. So I was sleeping a lot, doing all the things that needed to be done to recover. I started coloring. I was journaling, taking my blood pressure several times a day. My blood pressure was, whoo, it was high. I remember going to the cardiologist and crying. I'm doing everything you tell me to do. What's happening? He said, Andrea, a little bit at a time. When it started to come down, it was his turn to cry. He was like, you did it. You did it. Um, so what the habit that I got into essence was cooking, making 3 or 4 different meats on a Sunday. I made the vegetables on a Sunday. Maybe the vegetables you can make throughout the week because vegetables are easy to make. But I would make the meats and then I would make whatever, and Janelle would cut up my fruits for me. And so it became a habit to eat 6 ounces, 6 ounces. I'm still doing it. I'm still doing it and it feels great. My body feels great. I'm just grateful because, and then measuring my food, I was like, I need to measure my food. I don't want to do this. 6 ounces ain't no bunch of food. And then you realize 6 ounces is a ton of food, depending on what you're eating. Um, so this is great. So I'm going to keep encouraging you, my sister, one day at a time. This is not a 6 week journey, but it's a lifetime journey. We're all trying to figure out how to get to a better place. Laverne says, since my gallbladder has been removed, I don't eat much of anything when I'm out unless I have access to a clean bathroom. Right. Yeah. Marguerite says, my transformation has been primarily possible because of my change in what foods and how much I put in my mouth. Absolutely. Yesterday, I went to see Copy, Paste, and Repeat. That was my day for them because I knew I had a busy weekend. Um, and I pulled out my lunch, and it was the black and red rice and a hamburger patty that we made from scratch. I took the ground beef and I seasoned it up the way I want to season it up, and then made it in the oven. And Paste, Grandma, pick me up. What you've got in your? I said, girl, go eat your own food. She's like, nope, pick me up. So I picked her up and she said, what's that? I said, red and black rice. Want some? Yep, I have a video. She was eating my red and black rice with coconut milk and kidney beans. She had some of the hamburger meat. My son, smoked ribs for my husband 10 hours. And so he shared some with me and I had some and fed her with that. And then I said, I had my beets. She said, what's that? I said, beets. She's 2. I took a little piece of the beets off, the roasted beets, and fed it to her. She liked it. She's sweet. And all I did was cut up the beets, throw it in the oven, and roast it at 400 degrees. Basic stuff, right? And then I said, do you want to try the cherry? So I would open the cherry, take the pit out, and she was chomping on the cherry till her fingers and her mouth was so red. When her mom came back home with Repeat, she said, well, you've been eating. She was full. She said, it's time for me to take a nap. My belly is full. So, I want to encourage them and engage them in the habits that I have because they're a part of my DNA. They're part of my gene pool. They need to know what the good stuff is to eat. I posted a picture of my youngest son, who is also in the gym. He is also hypertensive. He's following my footsteps. So he goes to the doctor every 6 months. He takes his medication like clockwork. He's 30 years old. He was diagnosed at 24. So we can't afford to walk around and say things like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm too young for this. I'm too young for that. What he is doing now on this end of it is saving his kidneys, saving his heart, saving his liver. So he works out. He eats cleaner than I do. And the end result is showing up on his body. So we are the example of the people around us, whether we like it or not. And because I have so much going on, and because my face is so public facing, I wanted to use my health journey as an example for all of you, not for you to be voyeurs in my life, but for you to not only see what I'm doing, but to also hold me accountable when you see me out there. If you see me getting fried ice cream, to knock that ish out my hand. Well, I won't do it anyway because I'm not a sweet person. But knock that stuff out my hand. If I'm going to have a slice of cake, if somebody gives me a slice of cake, I'm eating a third of a third, and I'm not eating the icing at all. I have to learn how to eat differently, and I've been doing it for a while. I just ramped it up now, right? Uh, uh, yeah, Monica. Yep, they're biosludge. Yep. Um, Mike says I use soils with bat worm, fish duty, and if there are worms in your soil, then you know your soil's healthy. Yeah, you gotta but you gotta wash your stuff, and people aren't washing their things properly. They just take it and cut it up and put it in their mouths. Man, that explosive diarrhea will make you see something else. Laverne says, last night I had teriyaki salmon, sauteed vegetables, and basmati rice. Today I'm making the beets. I'm not sure what I will make with them or if I will put them on a salad. You can eat them. I just eat them, Laverne. I cut up the beets, peel them, cut them up, put them on a cookie sheet, spray a little avocado oil on them, and then put them in the oven at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. They're so good. My husband started, I said, Lego my beets. He's like, we are both trying to be healthy around here. You go share your beets with me, as he chomped on my beats. See, I don't like him. Marguerite says, I was cute before I walked into the gym. I embarked on thinner along with my fitness journey because I wanted to live and not die so I can continue to declare the wonderful works of the Lord. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Mike says a decent kitchen scale will do wonders for your health. It does. It really does. Oh, Donette says, so proud of you, Andrea. You are so inspiring. Thank you, my sister. You know, there's a selfish reason for this. I watched my mother suffer with diabetes, and even though she did everything they told her to do, it still was the thing that took her out of here. She had to go on insulin because she was taking this and taking that, and no one taught her the better choices to eat. So I knew better. So I am doing better, right? And so I'm excited that we're here. Laura says, I'm getting there with thinner. Y'all pray for us, sister. We're not only praying, but we're talking to you and making sure that you're okay every single day. Our goal is to encourage and motivate you so you can live and not die, as Marguerite said. Too many of us, and when I say us, over 100 million people are pre-diabetic in this country. Millions of people are diabetic. There's, I had Dr. Catherine Sharif on, and I need to get back to her because she was the one doctor that kept saying to me, this is intentional. It's intentional that we stay on this medication, that we continue to eat the way that we should, because the dialysis clinics are making a ton of money off of us. Dialysis is no joke. It's painful. My friend Antoine Johnson is on it now. He's doing a whole show that comes on every Saturday with so many people who need kidney transplants. I'm on this end. I'm trying to get you all to live and not need the kidney transplant. That's the goal. That's the absolute goal. And so, it is what it is. Leroy says, I detox seasonal to remove all the bad stuff I consume. Can't eat everything I would normally eat, especially as we age. Yes, and a good detox is good for us too. Yes. Marguerite says, a scale, measuring spoons, and measuring cups are a great investment for everyone. I use them daily. So do I. So do I. Oh, yeah, Mike. Those cherries are just wonderful. Marguerite says, dialysis is an arduous process. Don't get yourself there. If you are under the sound of my voice and you are currently on dialysis, then you know what the process is. You know. And so our goal is to, for those of you who are not currently on dialysis, but you've been told you're diabetic, you've been told that your hypertension is out of control, because all of that impacts your kidneys, then you will find yourself in a space that you do not want to be. Ma'am, sir, no. Let's work together to not get there. Yeah. Leroy says, I also try to eat my dinner around 6 so I can have a good night's sleep. Me too, but I try to get my dinner in between 4:30 and 5 so that I can be up until about, because I go to bed early, so I can be up until about 6:37, and then I can get a good night's sleep. I also drink a bottle of water as soon as I wake up in the morning. Laura says, we have to teach our children how to eat good food. Our food system in this country is not good. Yeah. Um, yeah. Mike says, I mostly just have to cut out the sweets entirely. I'm way too much of a sweet tooth. So here's how I got my husband, who could eat anything sweet, including me. And I do mean it. The man has a sweet tooth out of this world. When I roast the beets, it's sweet. He actually enjoys them. I make him his ice cream from scratch. There are no preservatives, nothing in his ice cream. So I know he loves ice cream, and he's lost a good 20 pounds. messing around behind me. He looks great, actually. He has his high school reunion coming up. I said, "Oh no, I'm gonna be there. There would be no hoochie mamas looking and smiling and grinning, talking about, oh, you look nice. Meet my wife." I'm so crazy. Oh, baby, don't mind. I haven't gone in years. Um, Viola said I lost 5 pounds after my pneumonia in May, trying to get it back. That's a lot. Wow. Alexandra, but Viola, I'll see you on Monday. I know you're coming to the spa on Monday. Don't forget to wear your white bathing suit. Alexandra says, have purple sweet potatoes to roast with my purple carrots. You better come on, honey. Yes, the baking soda is good for all kinds of things. For things, Leroy. Let me just tell you how when I do my laundry, I put a scoop of baking soda, a touch of vinegar. That baking soda, listen, the scents, the any scent that's in your clothes, that because the laundry, the soap masks the scent and doesn't often get your clothes clean. So I use it in my laundry. I use it for heartburn. You can mix a teaspoon of it with water if you have heartburn and drink it. Baking soda is all that and a bag of chips, child. That and peroxide and vinegar. And they're cheap things to buy. But people tell you you got to take a pill for this and a pill for that. Well, do what works for you. But I'm just letting you know. Essence says you can buy beets cooked and in vinegar. Beets are good and sweet. I buy it ready at the store. Yeah. Mike says the biggest part of my routine was real simple. Walking for a half an hour at a time, almost exactly 2 miles, but steep hills in there while carrying jugs of water. You better come on, honey. That's a gym workout. He lost nearly 50 pounds. Yep. Yep. Butterfly says, do you have an alternative oil than to avocado? Yes, I'm going to put it in here. You can use olive oil or ghee. It's spelled this way. Is clarified butter. And it's sold everywhere. You just have to look for it. All right. I just put it in the chat for you. Laura says, Dr. Sharif is my doctor. I saw her. She's an internist. I saw her once. She looked at my results and said, I swear you're the only one in your zip code that has these kinds of, this is great. So she told me to stay on the course and do what I was doing. Leroy said I was 275 pounds, had to make a change. Now I'm down to 180, 2-year process. Absolutely. Congratulations, Leroy. And that's where I am with you. Like, I didn't start at 275, but literally dropped the 30 plus pounds and slowly every week, just staying constant, doing what I'm supposed to do. We'll be there. Mike says I was near 250 and now down to 210. I'm so proud of y'all. I love you all. I love you all. He says, eat that pineapple. Pineapple is good for a lot of people. Leroy says we live in a food desert. Yes, there are lots of people who live in food deserts and can't find the food that they need. Plus, they make the fast food as inexpensive as possible, so it's just easier to grab it and eat. It's a mind thing. It's a mind game. When GLP-1s came out, the fast food industry was seeing a hit in their sales, and so they started creating foods that were and there's an article about it. I'll find the article and post it for you. They started creating foods that were immune to the GLP, so you still get the craving to eat them. So be very mindful. Just be very mindful, y'all. Alexandra says you have to try frozen grapes. I clean my fresh grapes with baking soda and vinegar, rinse then freeze. I remember last night I have 4 bags in the freezer. Yes. Marguerite says, I just weighed myself while on here. I started thinner at the end of January at 237 pounds, and today I'm at 196.4, 41 pounds down. See? I'm telling you. All right. Mine says, way to go. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Coconut oil works too, but some people are allergic to coconut, so the coconut oil doesn't always work for everybody. Essence says, listen, baking soda clears the pool for the summer. Get the big bags from Home Depot. After spending all that money on those pool chemicals, baking soda cleared the pool. Baking soda does a lot of things. So when we say use it to clean your food, use it to clean your produce. It really, truly works. Viola says, my mom passed away from metastatic bone disease from breast cancer, burned up to a crisp. No treatment for me at all. 43-year survivor. Alexander says it's best to get ghee at an Asian market. You can get larger size jars. Yep, 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 yep. You know what? Mike says no, pineapple makes you taste sweet. You all are hilarious. Yes, Marguerite says sleep is an important factor in weight loss and staying healthy. Absolutely. Yes, Mike, Leroy, try to use aluminum bacon-free soda if possible. We're at a place we don't even use aluminum in the oven. We use parchment paper. Like you have to be just think through all of these things. But my next guest is here. You ready? Good morning, Janice.
Long time no see.
Long time no see. It's so good to have you on. Thank you so much for joining. You're my fifth guest this morning. Can you believe it?
Girl, you get up early.
I do. I do. Let me introduce you because I want us to have this great conversation. My eyes been tearing all morning long. Janice Armstrong works for the Philadelphia Inquirer as an Inquirer op-ed columnist and a member of the Inquirer editorial board. She writes about race and gender, local and national politics, and sometimes pop culture. Before joining the Inquirer, she was a Metro columnist for the Philadelphia Daily News, where she held a number of editing and reporting positions over the years. She graduated from Howard, where she majored in journalism and edited a student-run community newspaper. She's a founding member of the National Association of Black Journalists Philadelphia chapter. I love you. Good morning, my sister. So we're just going to have to get right into this.
Okay. Your hair, I love your hair, by the way. I'm just sitting here looking at your hair.
Thank you, my bantu knots.
Yes, summery, youthful. I love it.
Thank you, my darling. So you covered several topics. One of them was taking a cruise with a brand new cruise line that leaves out of here in Philadelphia. The other one, I'm going to tell them all the others. The other one was you went down to the Reflection Pool in Washington, D.C. Mm-hmm. And then the other one was the White House correspondent dinner. These three things I believe you sent our way that we covered. Where do you want to start? Because it's nice to have someone who was in the place, who saw what was going on firsthand. Let's start with the Reflection Pool, shall we? Because people are being arrested for touching the water.
Isn't that crazy? When I went, I was real careful not to touch a drop of that water. And I got down close because I wanted to see what all the hoopla is about. Now, as the reflecting pool has always had issues, in what? Something about the way it was designed. So Trump decides he's going to fix it. He's going to be the one. It's only going to cost $1 million. He's going to fix it in a week. He knows the guy who can do it. He wants to do it like a swimming pool blue. But the contractor goes, no, let's do it American flag blue. So Trump decides he's going to fix it in time for the 250th. But it takes weeks longer than he said. And a lot more money, $14 million. But then, yes, and he puts his new coating down. And next thing you know, the coating is coming up. The water's green. And just like so many things that Trump touches, the project is a failure. It's a miserable failure. So in advance of the 250th birthday of the country, the water was green. And I kept reading reports about it. So I hopped on the train because I wanted to see it for myself. And when I got there, they'd been putting hydrogen peroxide in the water and doing other things to try to clean it up. And it wasn't as green as I had read that it was. It was a lovely aquamarine color. Aquamarine. I mean, like $14 million for us to end up with an aquamarine reflecting pool. I mean, when you think about the problems facing this country, the issues people are having with affordability, this is not the thing that the American people are worrying about. $14 million to semi-fix a pool, and the coating is already chipped. I mean, it was really, you didn't need a microscope to see it. All you had to do was put your eyes in that direction. Wow. So, I'm down there. They've got members of the National Guard walking everywhere. I'm from D.C. I grew up there. I have a memory of asking my mother to take me there to the reflecting pool because I thought it was a swimming pool. I remember her correcting me. This is not a place where you swim. This is where the March on Washington was held, where Martin Luther King delivered his stirring words about "I have a dream." This is where people stood next to when Marian Anderson was not allowed into Constitution Hall to perform because of the color of her skin. This is a special place, and it just pissed me off to see all this money being spent in hullabaloo, and it wasn't even done correctly.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's
It is.
crazy.
Janice, I want you to describe the atmosphere in Washington, D.C., because you went back down there for the fair, the 250, country fair where all the different states were represented. What did you find when you went there?
When I went there, I'm not sure what I was expecting. I guess I thought it was going to be a little bit more like it had been in the past. I'm old enough to remember the bicentennial. Yeah, it's true.
Wow. Yeah.
Hey. I was really young. I was young. But I remember like everything was red, white, and blue, even the fire hydrants. There was just a feeling of excitement, and there wasn't this partisanship feel. So I go down on the train and I'm walking around, and my first stop, I want to go to the White House because I want to see what Trump has done to the White House, the South Lawn that he tore up with that UFC fight. But I can't get anywhere close to the White House. You used to could be able to drive your car right
Yes.
down Pennsylvania Avenue in front, or you could get out and stand and look through the gates. Then they, for security reasons, they pushed that back. I mean, you couldn't even get anywhere close to it. I couldn't even catch a sight of it. So I let that go and went on to the fair. Get to the fair, I go right through security, which surprises me. I mean, you got all the security, all these volunteers, all kind of people standing around. But where were the tourists? Where were the crowds of people? I mean, everyone that I dealt with was very nice and friendly, but I was just underwhelmed. Like, where were the crowds? Where was the excitement? Like, I had a friend who went with me, and she says, I'm going to go get some lemonade. And I'm like, oh gosh, how am I going to find her? I really didn't want her to go, but she went. Well, I went and checked in at the media desk. I come back to where I had left her, and there she is. Nobody around her. It's very easy to find her because there were no crowds. There were people there, but it wasn't like what you'd expect to see on the National Mall. And then basically, by the way, the fair ends today. And you have them, if you didn't see it, you didn't miss anything. Okay. Each state got a booth where they could promote itself. And some states opted out. Like Pennsylvania initially did not have a display, but has one now, where volunteers go and they just sort of promote the state. And I mean, it was so boring. Like, I went to my favorite states. DC's not a state, but I had to go in because I'm from DC. They had a fake cherry blossom tree and some nice ladies in there, and people were putting pins on wherever they were from.
I have to ask you this because what have you witnessed as a journalist about the climate in this country as a direct result of what's happening in Washington, D.C., your home state? When ICE was released on people, D.C. was one of the first places, because D.C. is not a state. Taxation without representation.
It should be a state.
I know,
It
but
needs
you
to
already
be.
know. You already know. The Chocolate City was the first place where that those folks were released on them. Yesterday, we heard another report of a man in Houston that was shot and killed by ICE. They stopped the wrong car. Man had been here for 35 years. Like it feels like open season on us in this country. What have you learned and witnessed as a journalist traveling, writing about these stories? Do you feel safer? Do you feel like you can continue to report? Tell me all the things.
Well, I feel like I can continue to report, and I will. I'm going to do it until somebody stops me. But it just doesn't feel the same. It feels like there's a like people are on edge. The vibe, like in Washington, D.C., is different to me. Well, this isn't, consider the source. I grew up there. I went to college there. I was a tour guide there.
Wow.
And when I go back now, it's a different city. I see these giant posters of Trump. Giant, I mean, banners of Trump's face flying on the side of buildings.
You're kidding
Yes.
me.
No, yeah, I'm not kidding you at all. I wish I were kidding you. Like the Department of Labor and places, and he's got this look on his face where he's scowling. It's like this mean face. I mean, to me, DC is a happy place. I mean, I associate happy things with DC. I mean, it's the government and all that, but there's so many free, fun things you can do. The museums, all the Smithsonian museums and everything. And now he's going after that. You saw he released a report on July 4th saying that basically the American History Museum is too woke for the most part, and the history in there needs to be retold. It's like he's trying to put his stamp on everything, and it just is not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. I remember, like, back in the day, when I was doing man on the street reporting, I'd run up to any and everybody, and I almost always got a positive response. Now, you get this vibe like some people are just waiting for an opportunity to say something really crappy to you. You know what I mean? To attack the reporter. I never had that before. People might not have wanted to be interviewed or be like no comment, but they just weren't like anti-media. But that's from Trump. That's from Trump. It starts at the top and it's permeated the city and it's permeated a lot of the country. I think people are looking at each other a little differently before they strike up random conversations with people. That's my perception.
Yeah. Where do you see this as a reporter ending? What is the conversation that's happening in newsrooms that you are aware of? Do we see this getting better? Do we see this getting worse before it gets better? Do we see America burning to the ground? Do we see what are the conversations in the newsrooms at this point?
That's a good question. Now, I'm not in the newsroom anymore.
I know.
I'm on I'm on the editorial board, which is very strictly divided from the newsroom. We don't get involved with the coverage at all, which is that's something a lot of people don't understand. I didn't understand it before I became a member of the editorial board. And I'm a columnist, in case anybody's saying that lady's got an awful lot of opinions for a job who it is to be objective and report. But I'm an opinion columnist, which means I get to have an opinion and talk about things through my personal perspective. So I don't know exactly where we're going. I think it's all going to become more clear once we get to November and these all important midterms. I don't know exactly what's going to happen.
Do you think we'll have a midterm? Because as we get closer to August, September, you're hearing the rumblings of, the war in Iran. It just seems that's supposedly finished, continues to escalate. There's more rumblings with the United States Postal Service around our ballots. You get this feeling that something is coming that's going to make these midterms an interesting space to be in.
I'm hoping and praying it'll be a routine election like the other elections that we've had. I'm hoping and praying that the elections will go off, but there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on right now. So I'm just hopeful.
Yeah.
Hopeful that we will, democracy will prevail.
When you talk to your reporter friends, are they feeling supported in their newsrooms around the country, or are they also feeling the pushback in their newsrooms?
Pushback from people?
So, the government, the president has been very anti-media. This is no secret, and has threatened to take monies, take funding. In fact, 6 ABC is under fire right now. Right, they're trying to take them off the air for the FCC because he didn't like something they did. And when you shut down a whole station that has derivatives around the country, you're talking about a large impact. So in the newsrooms, when people want to cover the news, what are you hearing from your friends or reporters that you know about? Are they feeling supported to cover the news, or are they not feeling supported? Are they feeling the heat, the pushback from the government?
Well, it's hard not to feel it. But I guess it depends on what you're covering. Like 6 ABC has some kind of petition they've been sending out and trying to get people to sign it so that in support of what they're doing. And it's not just 6 ABC. It's all the other ABC owned and operated stations around the country. Are they feeling? Are people feeling supported? you're asking?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think the reporters who cover politics a lot of times know they're going into the lion's den
Mm-hmm.
because Trump has done so much to create this idea of fake news. He calls it. But any news he doesn't like, he calls it fake. And people know what he's doing, and he's being horrible to people like Rachel Scott. She's with ABC, the White House correspondent,
Mm-hmm.
and other correspondents, particularly the women, calling them names. You saw how nasty he was to Kristen Welker, who's
Yes.
from Philly.
Yes.
She's on, what is her show called? Meet the Press.
Yes.
And Catherine Lucy, who used to be with the Daily News and now is with the Wall Street Journal. I forget which her
It
newspaper.
feels like it's the women that he's tackling more than anyone else.
And Caitlin Collins, from CNN, because she doesn't smile. Caitlin's a serious journalist. She's not there to play with him, and she asks tough questions. I think he wants her to smile at him and and be all friendly. But Caitlin's about her business, so he likes to talk trash about her. Yes, he does seem to single out the women. Men get it too, but I think women get it even more. So, you remember the one he called Piggy?
Jesus.
He's nutty.
There's a lot going on. Alexander said this: all the stations on the ABC network is being targeted. Rachel Scott, George Stephanopoulos. To be in this business now is dicey at best, and I think it will only become more interesting. It will. And so for folks like myself, Joanne Reed, etc., where we're doing our own platform, we're okay for now, but we're going to have to figure out something as time goes on, because I think it's only a matter of time before he comes at us too for having the freedom to do what we've been doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you saw what he did to Don Lemon
I
out at
did.
a church service in Minneapolis. They put John Lemon in jail. I mean, really. And the other reporter, Georgia Fort, I think was her last name. Her too. And there's a young man who goes to Temple University.
Yes.
Who was arrested as well.
And all he did was show up to see what was going on. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's an intimidation tactic. That's an intimidation tactic.
Yeah. Hey, Eric, good morning, sir. He said nothing to laugh about. He's dangerous.
It is. Yeah. It is. So I am hoping that this too shall pass, that the next 2 years will fly by and we'll get a good, competent replacement and we can fix back some of the things that he's destroyed.
The issue with, though, is that it's going to take time to undo some of those things. And you have to have someone that comes into office that has the will to undo some of those things.
Right. And there have been things, and think about all the people who've lost their jobs in the federal government, these civil servants who've spent their lives and careers working for like the Department of Labor, the Department of Education, AID, other places. Even
the Internal Revenue Service, they are so short-staffed right now.
Right. And the hardest hit demographic has been Black women. Like there are estimates that are over 600,000.
Yes.
Almost 1 million Black women who've lost their jobs, their federal government jobs, because of these DOGE cuts. And I know others. I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and she was telling me about, it's tough and everything. I told her, you hang in there. You hang in there. Don't you quit. Don't let them force you out. You are doing great work. Continue to do that work. We need you to do that work. And don't let him force you out.
Yeah. It's interesting that you say that. I have friends who it's not just in the federal government side of it, who are working for major organizations, had been there for God knows how long. And all of a sudden, when the climate of the country changed, they're seeing it's become a hostile work environment. So they're executive vice presidents. They're being told they're making too much money. So many of my friends have now walked away from these jobs. They said that it's untenable. Yes. And so, to your point, I believe that it's way closer to 1 million Black women that have lost their jobs, and so many of them were breadwinners in their families, which makes it untenable. In Maryland, Prince George's County, the housing market is upside down because many of those people had those federal jobs. They lived
Yeah.
in beautiful homes. Those homes were
Yes.
going up before that. Come on. It's a systemic thing that's happening um to us. And so this is why I tell folks, if you have a gift and a talent, that seriously figure out another way. My one friend walked away from her probably was making almost $1 million a year, but she was smart. She began doing Airbnbs years ago and began focusing on them on several islands, so that that's how her income is now. She said, I don't have to, I can't sit in these spaces where they're being hostile to me anymore. It's insane. Insane.
Well, good for her. Good
Yeah.
for her. Have you had her on your show? If not, please have her on, because I want to hear her story and about
Yeah.
what. And I need to know where the Airbnbs are, because I like
Yes.
to go places and
Yeah.
relax.
Okay. Okay. I'll talk to her. Um,
Yeah.
shoo.
I love when you do important topics, but I also like when you do the fun stuff, like when you took that busload of women to the
Yeah.
beach. I was like, I want to
Denise.
go. Why are you gonna go on a
Denise.
Monday?
Denise.
On a Monday.
Because Monday is when everybody's at work. So we're like,
I was
you
at
know,
work.
call
I was,
call
I
out
was
sick, call
looking.
out
I was
dead,
looking
call
when I
out for your
started.
pinky toe to show up. So we do these things on a Monday on purpose. Just
And now
really
you got a
excited.
spa day coming up.
Yes, that's this
Spas.
upcoming Monday. I'm working with a friend right now, and so you all are going to hear this first here. Working on a retreat, October 30th to November 1st, 3 days, 2 nights. It'll be so then they won't be in cabins, they'll be in hotel rooms. So double occupancy. If you want to share a room, it's $290 a person for the 3 days. If you want to have your own room like I do, it's $500 for the 3 days, 2 nights. Like, I'm excited. They can take up to 100 women. So I'm putting all of that, the details to that for that together now, because the last time I did this in 2023, 50 plus women showed up, and it was like, oops. I'm trying to make sure that other folks have the opportunity, and I'm telling them early enough so that they can get themselves together to come. And I won't be dealing with any of it. My friend is she does trips and that kind. What do you call that?
She's a travel agent.
Travel agent. She's a travel agent, so she's putting all of that stuff together, so I don't have to deal with that. But because we need the space, and I'm purposeful in doing that, because we have an election 3 days later after that. And I need us to get ourselves together. I really, really, really do. So we're working through all of that. There's rumors that this president is not well, that he's sick. Have you seen any of this in the news?
Oh yes, I've seen it, and you know, who knows? Who knows?
And
I don't
Mitch,
want to speculate on the man's
yeah,
health.
on his, yeah, I
All
hear
this
you.
talk about Joe Biden being too old. Well, isn't he the same age that Joe Biden was now?
Yeah,
At that point.
yeah. But
I don't know.
we bought into it. We bought into it hook, line, and sinker. We did. We absolutely did. On both sides, we bought into it. And then there's Mitch McConnell, who, oh God,
I'm
you
not.
know what
I
this
forgive
reminds me
laugh.
of?
I forgive
The
me for
show
laughing.
Scandal. Listen, this reminds me of the show Scandal, when somebody said to Cyrus, "When are you going to tell the American people that the president of the United States is dead?" Cyrus says, "He'll be dead when I say he's dead." It's like real life happening from a show. It's insane what's going on out here. And so there's been conversations that they're waiting until August 3rd so they don't have to hold a special election. In Kentucky, they've hamstrung the governor because that person is Democrat. The lens that they're going through, to upend this democracy should frighten everybody under the sound of our voices. Honestly.
I think it does, but I think a lot of people, you think they're not paying attention. They just got a lot of people have their heads down, taking care of themselves, their families, and doing what they can in their communities, because it's a lot. It's very overwhelming. And there's a part of me that wishes I were in Kentucky. I said, we could find this out.
Yeah.
What's going on with old Mitch.
Yeah.
And what the situation is. I know who to
Yeah.
ask.
Yeah.
Everybody's not going to tell you on the record, but
right.
people
because
in the
I've been having conversations off the record at the federal level. They believe Mitch is no more, but They're saying now he's in a coma. They said they were talking to him. Now they're saying he's in a coma. All sorts of crazy things. Um,
Yeah, so
uh,
it's a lot going
yeah,
on, and it's
yeah.
summertime. I try to keep things in perspective. Like yesterday, I went out. Like I've been writing about national politics strictly, pretty much for months now. I took a break and I decided to go and talk to some folks in the community up in Germantown. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I started off as a grassroots journalist, as a reporter. I didn't start off as a columnist, and it was just sort of fun to go and just sit and go back to talk. We didn't mention Trump, but we just talked about problems that real person was having with the developer in her
Mm-hmm.
neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
and what was happening to her property. And she was happy to get her story out there. And it sort of, as I was driving back home, it just sort of reminded me of why I got into this business, you know, to help shed light on us and tell stories on communities and people that don't normally get told. So,
Yeah,
uh,
and that's a beautiful part. We want to end our conversation talking about your trip, your carnival cruise, your cruise. Let's talk about this.
oh
What's
boy.
happening in Philadelphia, and let's talk about your cruise. Tell us a little
Okay.
bit about that.
Okay. So you know that they're opening a new port in Philadelphia for cruise ships. It's been the first time in 15 years that the cruise ships have been coming in and out of Philly. The port is not quite finished. It's still under construction. But the cruises are already coming and going. And we took one of the first cruises out of Philadelphia this past April. And boy, did we have us a good time, a really good time. And everyone's like, well, where'd you go? And then the destination for me was beside the point. It was being out on all that blue water, being surrounded by the ocean. And I didn't have internet access for most of that time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I opted not to get the internet package and instead and just to take a break from it all. If I
Yeah.
read anything, I read like a silly novel. I don't even know what that book was about because whenever I opened it up, I would fall asleep. And I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it because there were a lot of people on the ship who I knew. And I started having the kind of conversations you don't normally get a chance to have. You know, like when I see you, I'm like, "Hey, girl, how you doing? How? Let's take the picture." We talk and we keep it moving because there's always a lot of people around, a lot of things to
Yes.
do. But
Yes.
because you're on this ship and you're on it for a week, you get time to sit next to a person and not say anything and say, "Girl, what's really going on? Why did you decide like now to make this move or whatever, whatever?" And you know, or someone else. Let's walk to Starbucks and get coffee, and we're gonna really talk beyond the hey, how you doing? Let's take a selfie. Let's keep it moving. Have really long, authentic conversations with people, and it was for me. It was a chance to just relax and let go. I ended up having my birthday party on the cruise ship. I had like a big deck, and I invited people over, and they brought cake and yummies, and we were out on that deck, and it was just the best time ever. Very relaxing because you don't have to. Everything's there on the ship, all the
Mm-hmm.
entertainment, all the food, and at first I was really weird about going because you know I hadn't been on a cruise since before the pandemic.
Yeah.
And then what was it that virus that everyone was talking about when I forget the name of it.
Saccosporus, with the fecal matter. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I come on the ship with like my spray bottle. I sprayed that cabin down. And I took another spray and was doing it until my husband said, if you don't stop these sprays. But after that, I forgot about it. They were, you know, reminding people to wash their hands and things like that. But nobody talked about that virus.
Yeah.
And, you know, we just I think most people just let all that stuff go. And it was for us, it was a safe, happy
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
7 days at sea on the
What
ship.
cruise line was it, Janice?
Norwegian. It's Norwegian.
Norwegian,
This was
right?
my first time on Norwegian. We went to
Mm-hmm.
Bermuda.
Mm-hmm.
We got off the ship. I looked around and I was back on that ship in a few hours because the ship was empty. We got to go to a restaurant that we hadn't been to before because it was always so crowded. We got to enjoy the pool because everyone was off doing their thing. And
Mm-hmm.
then after that, and we got back on the ship left and we went to Charleston, South Carolina. And we got off and we were just wandering around. And one of our friends was like, we're over at the new African American Museum. And boy, do
Yeah.
they have a fantastic museum. I mean, they did a really beautiful job on it. And, you know, I'm so used to the one in Washington, D.C., which is amazing. This one was really good too. And so then after that, you wander around and you get back on the cruise ship, you have dinner. It was just wonderful. And you think of cruising as being so super expensive. You can get on that cruise for maybe $1,000. That's not the absolute, yes. And that includes your accommodations and all the food you can eat and all your entertainment. Yes. Yes. Now, if you want to do like we did, it was my birthday, so we kind of upgraded. I wanted to get that.
Yeah.
I wanted that. So that cost us more. But you can get on that cruise for as little as $1,000, around $1,000, and you just get a lot for your money.
Hey, Norwegian is going to be happy that you talked about them. Someone said that Alexander says Norwegian will be the only cruise line leaving from Philadelphia for the first 4 years. Someone said that, let me read this and then you can tell, Carnival banded black folks because of fighting and acting up. You see that?
I don't know anything about that, any kind of ban. And, those are, so many people are on these cruise ships, thousands and thousands and thousands. Every now and then, you're going to get a bad egg every now and then. Yeah. It's just going to happen. I've never seen anything like that on the cruise ships.
Okay.
I've never seen it. I see people getting along, and that's one of the things I wrote about in my piece about this. Well, you were in there with Trump people. You were in there with people from all kind of backgrounds. And we were all, I didn't see any arguments. I didn't see any kind of ugliness. And as the cruise director said one night from the stage, wouldn't it be nice if it were all, always like this?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be nice? It certainly would.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful vibe. And I highly recommend it. And the nice thing is now you don't have to fly to Florida.
Right.
You don't have to go to Baltimore. You don't have to go up to New York City. You can just right down. It's out near the airport. The terminal is. Park your car. Or take an Uber.
I just posted the link.
I
just posted the link for the cruise line, and I'm posting the links for your other articles so that people can see them. Tell people how they can find you.
My last name is Armstrong. All they got to do is Google that and Inquirer or Daily News, because my articles appear in both. I'd say my first name, but sometimes people spell it wrong, so it's just Armstrong is the easier to spell. And I'm gonna put a shout out for my friend Mr. Man Frisbee, who's organizing a cruise, group of people to take his cruise in April 16th. It leaves out of
2027. Yes. I joined his team to help him promote it too.
Are you going to go?
I can't. I have other things going on, but I told him I would send my husband if my Mister will go. So, but his jam session band, he's having his own cruise that leaves Philadelphia in April 16th of 2027. We're going to talk a little bit more about that because there's so many things going on right now. But Janice, thank you so much, my sister.
And thank you for having me on. This was fun.
And we will do it again. We will do it again.
I will look forward to that.
All right. Have a good Friday. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, darlings, you all, this was good. This was a good show. You all, we did it. We got 5 people in 2 hours, and that was wonderful. And Janice ended the show for us. It's Friday. I will see you all Monday, God willing, and the creek don't rise. Don't forget to meet me at the Land and Water Fest at the Spruce Street Harbor on Sunday. Let's get together and talk about our health, do all the things that we need to do to be okay. On Monday, we'll be at the spa in Virginia, but I will have the show here, so I'll be on Monday before that, but I can only do an hour. End of story. This episode of Mornings with Marvel is officially over. I am Andrea Lawful Sanders. I'll see you when I see you. Bye, everybody. Happy Friday.